Yeah. Steps Foundation. Talk Tuesday. We going live on YouTube. If you got something to say, this your moment. Talk Tuesday. Let it out, let it breathe. Every voice got power, every story we believe. Talk Tuesday. Speak truth, no fear. If it's real, bring it here. Yeah, we all is. Yeah, we all is. Yeah, we mic check, 1, 2. Yeah, we breaking the silence, turning pain into purpose. Yeah, we moving with guidance. From the youth to the leaders, every voice amplified. If you ever felt unseen, it's the place you can rise. We don't judge, we just build, we connect, we grow. Every convo, plant a seed, watch the future glow. From the block to the booth, yeah, the message stay true. Talk Tuesday every week. Yeah, we talking to you. Talk Tuesday. Let it out, let it breathe. Every voice got power, every story we believe. Talk Tuesday. Speak truth, no fear. If it's real, bring it here. Yeah, we are real talk, no filter. Yeah, we keeping it honest. From the struggle to the wins, every story a promise. We uplift, we inspire, put the truth on display. Turning conversations into change every day. Step by step, yeah, the mission stay clear. Get a youth a platform, let them know we right here. If you got something heavy you ain't carrying alone, Talk Tuesday podcast, yeah, this mic feel like home. Speak your truth, don't hold back. Your voice matter, remember that. From your pain to your pride, we standing right by your side. Talk Tuesday, let it out, let it breathe. Every voice got power, every story we believe. Talk Tuesday, stand tall, be heard. Steps Foundation. Yeah, we moving with purpose. Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday, say it loud. Talk Tuesday.
All right. Welcome to Talk Tuesday, a series that is dedicated to empowering youth and families. This series is being brought to you by Steps Foundation, Inc., where advocacy meets education for the betterment of young minds. Each month, we explore meaningful topics designed to inspire growth, spark creativity, and equip our listeners with the tools that they need to thrive. I'm Abigail Ellis, your host and executive director here at Steps Foundation, and I'm excited that you've chosen to spend your time with us this month. We've been talking so far about something every single one of us experiences, no matter what our age is, no matter our background or where we are in life, and that is navigating new beginnings. We know that new beginnings can sometimes be exciting, but they can also be very intimidating. So maybe you're starting a new school year, beginning your first job, moving into a new season of life, recovering from a setback, or simply trying to become a better version of yourself. Every new beginning asks something of us. It asks us to let go of what was. It asks us to embrace what could be and to trust ourselves enough to take the next step, even when we don't have all the answers. Far too often, we believe that we're supposed to have life figured out by a certain age or even by a milestone. We compare our journey to everyone else's highlight reel and wonder if we're somehow falling behind. But growth isn't a race, and purpose isn't something that you stumble upon overnight. It's built one decision, one lesson, and one courageous step at a time. Throughout this month, we'll continue to have honest conversations about the pressure of feeling like you have, or that you should have, everything figured out, learning to begin again after a difficult season, embracing the beauty of being a beginner, and finding hope when life doesn't go according to plan. So whether you're a student, a parent, an educator, or someone simply trying to navigate your next chapter, this series is meant for you, because every ending makes room for a new beginning. And sometimes the greatest opportunities begin the moment we decide to keep moving forward. So I'm excited to kind of dive into our conversation for today. So our theme this week is the art of being a beginner, right? So I want y'all to think about the last time you tried something that was completely new. Maybe you had that feeling of excitement. Maybe you had that feeling of dread or even nervousness. Maybe you even wondered if you were good enough before you even started it. Every expert that you know was once a beginner. And for my students, every adult that you encounter at some point had to be a beginner in all the things. Learning something new takes humility, it takes patience, and it takes courage. It means being willing to make mistakes and ask questions and keep going even when progress feels super slow. So, we're going to celebrate today the beauty of being a beginner and discovering why growth always starts with the willingness to try. So, students, y'all ready to answer some questions? Y'all want me to start with an easy one? Or y'all like, give it to me? Y'all want a hard one? Yeah. Abby's like, nah, man. Don't do us like that. Okay. So as we're thinking about like new beginnings and even like starting over, what makes trying something new feel super uncomfortable?
I think like the thought of failing or like not being exactly the standard or like what you think it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
I'd say like kind of like that, but like the art of unpredictability, not knowing what could happen and what the result could be for that with what you do.
Ooh, that unknown feeling coming up again. Oh, that's real. And I agree with both of those because I think even us as adults, y'all, that unknown is what makes everything feel super uncomfortable. And even like, oh, Abby, you hit that one, the thought of failing. Like there is a natural fear when it comes to what failure looks like to us in our mind because it's not always what other people expect. And I'll even say that too. Other people's expectations of us and where we should be or what we should be doing. I think that sometimes makes trying something new feel uncomfortable because we're trying to play up to other people's expectations. And then comes that thought of failing or the thought of not knowing what's going to happen next. So that unexpected thought. I think all of those kind of play hands in hand. Those were good ones, y'all. What role do you guys think confidence plays when you're trying to learn something new?
I think it allows you to be like more open, um, and just like willing to try, new things and new ways of learning and just being open to everything that everyone's telling you or like teaching you or something like
Ooh, that feedback. I think we had a episode on that one, right? Like giving that constructive criticism and like figuring out how we can use it and then what to do with it when we get it. So I love that, like the open mind. So being open-minded and willing to hear other people's views and perspectives and then how you can apply it. I love that.
I think,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. I think confidence it, like helps you like not be scared to fail. And even if you do, like, you'll try again.
Yes, yes. Then that confidence like has that resilience built into it. It's kind of like, okay, so I already failed once. And I'm okay. I can bounce back. If I can bounce back from that one, I'll bounce back from this one. So you kind of go in feeling a little more prepared or even feeling, I love that, a little less scared because you kind of have an expectation already in your mind. I like that. What you had, Lamar? I saw you coming.
See, it was kind of like that, but it's like it gives you less of that feeling and it just lets you be able to do it along with taking that criticism and using it better. Like being able to think clear mindedly about the thing and like not overthinking it.
Overthinking. Are you guys overthinkers? Oh, look ahead. Jenny's like, nah, that's them. That's not me.
That's a new problem I've had. I'm not even gonna lie.
Overthinking.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. What do you guys think your overthinking comes from?
I think it's like all like the doubts and like worries, maybe like again like that you might fail or like not be good enough or um just not like meet everyone's thoughts of you or like expectations.
Yeah.
Fear of being judged. That is it for me.
The judgment zone. Oh, you better tell them no judgment. You say that thing out loud. No judgment. You got to be like Anastasia and her no uno.
No shade.
No uno, no judgment. Look, we got to let her know we gave her a shout out tonight for her uno habits. So this brings me to my next question because I think this one is good. How can mistakes become our greatest teacher?
I think it's like it shows you how to grow and just to like be better in yourself and give you like a chance to keep excelling no matter what.
Yes. I like that.
I
Lamar's like,
think
I like Lamar's face like, I'm not gonna touch that one. Look, come on, Jenny.
I think it teaches you like what you should avoid and like not do and what you should do better next time.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get my collection plate. Hold on. Get my collection plate. I see y'all. Y'all like we gonna
I'm
spit
touching
text
it.
early.
I'm touching it.
You touched it, Lamar.
I'm hitting it even because allow me to explain. I feel like failure makes success feel even better, and it actually makes it feel like success because without failure, like if you only had success in your life, you wouldn't have growth, you wouldn't have that pain, you wouldn't have those lessons that would actually help you grow to learn what success really is. Like having your own success, because if you have your success dependent on someone else and that's all you know, you're not really going to become your own person.
I love all three of them responses, y'all. I think those are amazing. And I would say the one that I would have gone with the most is again like I feel like mistakes are your teacher because again it shows you where you're going. A mistake is like your roadmap. Because again, if everything is going perfectly in your life, then what reason would you have to change anything? If everything is going perfectly in your life, then you wouldn't have that fear or that doubt. Right? But because you failed at something, when you failed at it, it's what kind of created the fear. Because maybe you failed and people said a thing. Maybe you failed and it went against what you even expected. So like you expected better and it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. And so that created fear. Fear is not always a bad thing, right? Fear can actually be used to your advantage. And so even to that point, I love that Jenny said it shows you what to avoid and what to do better when you fail. And so even when you have that fear, you're kind of setting yourself up for this is how I can be better at whatever it is I failed at, or this is what I can do differently to make sure I don't go through it again. It's kind of like your setup for being what you consider successful. And I love yours too, Abby, because Abby is like, it shows you how to grow. I feel like we should always be growing some way, somehow. It's kind of like we should always be a avid learner. We should learn something new every day, no matter what it is. It could be a personal thing. It could be an educational thing. How many of you are like avid readers? Like you read books often?
I
Y'all
mean,
like,
I've been
man,
reading
we in
every day on the
school.
bus. I, I read on the bus, so I can't really talk to you.
You got your reading in.
Actually, I like just finished my first book in a while yesterday. Like it took me like 5 years, but I finished it though. So
Listen, even if it took you 5 years, you did it, right? So now, would you consider that, Abby, a success or a failure?
I think it's success.
Boom, there it is. Exactly, because you did it.
Yeah,
Nobody said that you had a time frame to finish that book.
right.
Kind of your own thing. So yes, that was a success. She like, I finished that book after 5 years. Boom. Life be life, and look, I understand. Gina, what about you? You read books? They're like, nah, I read enough for school. Y'all can see with that. I'm not mad at it. And I don't read nearly as much as I would like to read. Like there are some books that I would just love to sit down and read, but I'm always like doing like 1,000 other things. But I think this is kind of that reminder, right? I'm gonna be like Abby. I'm gonna pick it up, and even if it take me 5 years to finish it, I'm gonna just read a little bit at a time. And I do have one book like that, Abby. Like I started, I never finish it, and it really is a good book. So it's not that it's boring. Everything just comes up in the in between, and I forget about it. And then I'll pick up something else instead of that book that I started, and do something else. So I'm gonna do like you, Abby. I'm gonna go grab that book again, and I'm gonna finish that book. That one probably been 2 years. Ooh, that be
Hold on,
dead.
what book? What book was it?
It's a Brene Brown book. Dare to Lead.
I think I remember us. We might have had a conversation about that at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I
So
feel like I
again,
remember that.
a little bit at a time, right? Little pieces. So I'm gonna take a cue from your book, Abby. I'm gonna go pick my book up again. And even if it take me 5 years to read it, I'm gonna clap for my accomplishment when I finish that book. So again, look, we take the small things and we turn them into wins. What's something that you guys feel like you were once terrible at, but eventually became good at it?
I think for me it was like my job, even though it's kind of like obvious because like when you start jobs sometimes you don't really know what you're doing, but like definitely at first I kept like messing up the orders and stuff and just getting like I don't know, I feel like I was doing everything wrong, but as time went on, I kept like she kept telling me what I could do to fix my mistakes. Then I started getting better at it, and now it just comes like easy.
Yes, I love that.
For me, it's driving because I just started recently and it's like really, it's not even complicated. It's just like new, and different.
Is it scary for you?
Kind of at first, and then you get like more comfortable.
So that fear that's now becoming confidence. Yeah. What's it for you, Lamar?
This is gonna be like kind of weird, but like reading people, like being able to
Reading
understand,
people?
like reading people in a situation,
Oh.
like having certain scenarios come up in which I have to use my context clues and what I know about the person to kind of like gauge what to do. Like I've gotten way better at
that's
that in recent
interesting.
years.
Okay, okay. So Lamar is like trying to read people. You feel like you're getting better at it.
Oh, 100%. I'm constantly improving. Bro, I'm
Lamar
taking
said
that
I
for
can
you.
read the room.
I'm taking after you. I'm not even gonna lie. You the inspiration.
Lamar said we ain't gonna catch him slipping. He done read the room. So you know if like everybody got that like somber face and they giving you side eye, you know that kind of mean they ain't feeling it. Okay, I love it. I love it. So how important do you guys feel patience is when you're learning new processes? So for you, Abby, like learning how to work at that new job, and you, Jenny, like driving, and Lamar, like reading the room. Like, how important do you guys feel patience is during those processes for you?
I think it was really important. Like, I think it's part of everything that you go through and like every process. It just takes time, and it also is like a reminder, like never to give up, because as long as you like keep working towards it, you're just gonna get better.
Yes. I like that answer. Abby, do you feel like were you patient with yourself, or do you feel like the person who was helping you was more patient with you than you were with yourself?
I don't know. I mean, I think like both, because I kind of like I know myself. Like I know I get like I don't know. I think I'm like a perfectionist, and my mom always told me that too. So like I'm kind of aware of it, and I try not to let it get the best of me. But yeah.
Ah, got you. Okay. What about for you, Jenny?
I agree that it's important so you won't give up quickly and like you wouldn't improve if you didn't have the time, you know?
Mm.
I don't have a choice. It's a requirement. I'm not even gonna lie. Like patience, there is no option but to be patient. Because if I'm not patient with anyone else, I'm not gonna be patient. If I can't be patient with myself, I can't be patient with anybody else, and that's an entire problem. Especially with the skill
Mm.
I'm learning. If I'm not patient with me and I'm not patient with you, something bad's gonna happen. We don't need that.
That's 1,000% true. And I love that you use yourself first. Like, if I'm not patient with me, how can I be patient with other people? And I think that's an important takeaway, because sometimes I think we forget, which is why I asked the question to Abby. And it wasn't to put my girl on the spot, but really, like, I think that is one of our biggest issues sometimes when it comes to how we talk to ourselves and how we treat ourselves. Again, we're our own worst critic. So oftentimes people are more patient with us than we are with ourselves, but it's important to recognize it, right? And that's why I asked the question. So it wasn't like to put my girl on the spot, but it's like, hey, do you feel like you patient with you, or was your boss a little bit more patient with you than you were? Um, just to kind of see. So I love that you said that, Lamar, because it is very true. It makes a difference if you're patient with yourself. Kind of like it makes a difference what you tell yourself, right? So those self-critical thoughts we start saying them out loud, them self-doubts, when they start to become louder than the positive things around you, brings forth the fear, the negativity, and then you start feeling like you're not enough, which also makes going into new adventures even more scary, because then it's that unknown feeling or the fear of failure, or even like you said, Lamar, that judgment that comes from other people. I love that. Oh, now add money to the plate. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Boom. The coins have been added.
Okay,
So
we see you.
right. She said, add that money added. So now let me ask you guys this, because as we think about like the fear of a new beginning, how can beginners overcome the fear of making a mistake?
I think just keeping in mind that like mistakes just help you grow, and you're not gonna if you just keep going, you're not gonna be set back, or you're just gonna get better. Just as time goes on, you're just gonna get better. So just never give up and keep chasing like what you want, you know what I mean?
Ooh, chase them dreams. Yeah.
Oh, I think you just have to go through it, and your experiences will like teach you everything you have to know.
Ooh. Those them called life lessons. She like go through it. Just go through it. Lamar's like, I don't think I want to answer that one. I see them eyes, look them eyes like shifting. Lamar said, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's because my computer screen had froze for a second, and I'm like, oh, we're back up to speed.
So yeah,
Okay,
Lamar,
okay,
tell me,
okay.
how do you think beginners can overcome the fear of making a mistake?
Honestly, being patient with yourself, like always keep yourself first, because one mistake isn't like the entire situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that. Because it's not the end of the world, right? We meant to make mistakes. We supposed to make mistakes. And I think like sometimes like letting go of the expectation of being perfect. Because I heard my girl loud and clear. She said she's that perfectionist. She gotta have it right. And if every I is not dotted and every T is not crossed, it takes you 25 years longer to finish it, right? But I feel that, and I think embrace the mistake. I'm with Jenny. You got to go through it. You got to go through it and come out on the other side, and then I think you start to appreciate things a little bit more. Once you get to the other side of it. Again, I'm a whole person. Like I believe everything happens for a reason, the good and the bad. And sometimes when the bad happens, sometimes and again, and I know this gonna sound like real crazy when I say it. Sometimes the bad is saving you from something else. And sometimes it's how we even view it, right? Because in the moment for us, it may be bad. But when you think about it a week from now, it may not be. So sometimes we have to decipher what really makes it bad. Because let's say we had our hopes set out on getting this one particular job and everything went well. The interview went great. The hiring manager was making it seem like they were really about to take us in and hire us. So we had our hopes set on that particular job. And all of a sudden, they say we can't take you. And for us, that's like, okay, what did I do wrong? Or I'm not good enough to get that job. And so you hold on to that and you feel like it was bad, like it was all bad. Then later you find out that the hiring manager, they sucked. They was not great at all. And so them not hiring you kind of saved you. So sometimes we have to look at the flip side of a thing that maybe we consider a mistake, that it may not be a mistake. So I think sometimes we got to do the deep dive into what we see and what does that look like.
Oh, it does.
Yes, Lamar.
Look, because I felt that so much, purely because of the fact that that has happened to me before. Like dodging a bullet because something else bad happened. That's
Yeah,
happened multiple times in a row, and I've seen it. It is ridiculous, but that do be real though.
it does. But again, like we're meant to have the feelings that we have, right? It's our feelings, our way of going through a thing. And really like when you get that mistake, the feeling that you're probably feeling is disappointment in the beginning, which is why it feels bad. Because it hurt. Don't nobody got time for that. We don't want to feel hurt. But we do, it hurt. Sometimes it's like that punch to the gut and it make you really feel a type of way. But again, to Jenny's point, we got to go through it. And once we come out on the other side, we start to feel a little bit better about it. But sometimes we just got to do a little deeper dive and really determine if what we went through was truly a mistake. Now, y'all probably not going to like this question. And it's okay if you identify with this question. Why do you think so many people quit before ever seeing the progress?
I think, well, I feel like I did that recently. Like, With my first job that I got it like in December, and I quit before I saw
I remember
progress.
that job.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it varies like depending on the situation, but for me, it was just because I didn't feel like everything that I was like putting towards it was worth what I was getting in return, or like, you know, how they were treating me and all that. And even if I did
Yeah.
end up seeing progress, in how I worked, or like, you know, if I ended up getting a higher position or whatever, I still didn't like their management or just like how they worked, and I didn't really want to be in that environment. So it might be like just I think it just depends on situation, but it could be like
Yeah.
something like that.
100%, 100%. And I mean, you bring up a good point, right? Like it boils down to how you were being treated in the end, right? So if you're feeling like you're being mistreated and you are being mistreated, right? It's kind of like, what is the progress that you're gonna see other than maybe you progressed in how you communicated, but then even that is not showing you like outward progress. Because if I'm communicating and the same thing is still happening and they're just not listening, I'm not seeing any progress in the end. So I love that as an example because I remember when you was going through that. My girl. Well, why do you guys think so many people quit before they actually see the progress that they're making?
I think it might just not be worth it, or like this is not what they expected, or maybe they just like want something different. Maybe.
Yes. Ooh. Yes. Yes. I got one word and I'm gonna wait for Lamar. I'm gonna see if Lamar get it.
I'm not even gonna lie. Some I do agree with Abby. It is situational on like how you were being treated and like how that environment would really help you in the end. But like I feel like why a lot of people quit is because it's more difficult than they expected it to be. And they quit because they feel like it's an insurmountable mountain they can't climb.
Ooh. So the higher expectation.
It's like the lower expectation coming in, and then it actually hits you, and then you're like, oh no,
Mhm.
I'm gonna disappear. But you're supposed to climb that mountain. You can't run away from the mountain. That's not the point of climbing.
Okay, okay. The one that I got that I feel like a reason why a lot of people quit. Ooh, I see in the fear. Fear is definitely a reason why a lot of people quit. But I also feel a lot of people quit because they want instant gratification and it's not coming fast enough for them. So you walk in, but it's a combination of all the things that you guys said, right? You walk in and you have an expectation, but your expectation is not being met at the door. So, i.e., the boss that is being mad, disrespectful, and so therefore not meeting the expectation that you had coming in. And while that may not be instant gratification, it does play a role, right? Because if I had an expectation of coming in and being able to learn at this job, now I'm not learning. I'm not getting that gratification because I'm not seeing the result here and I'm not seeing it fast enough. Then when we think about something that may not be worth our time or worth our while, how long are we really giving it in order to see if it was truly worth our while and our time before walking away from it? For some people, that's a week, and it's because in their mind, they already had a set expectation of what they thought it was going to be before they ever entered it. And once that expectation wasn't met at the gate, they was like, I'm out. And I love you too, Lamar, because yours was like, you know, it became more difficult than what I expected it to be. Which again, that instant gratification. Because yeah, this ain't what I thought it was. I was not prepared to work this hard for it, and I'm not going to. So I'm out. I'm gonna go find the easier route. And I think we kind of talked about that too last week or the week before about people who want things and they want it fast. but also having that expectation and it not being met. Like it's always like that kind of factor that people play in, right? We want a thing and we want it now. And if we don't get it now, it's a problem. And if I got to work hard for it, I don't want it. Because why isn't it just being given to me? Y'all see how these weeks coming together?
But hold up. I got another
Yeah.
point. Because when we're talking about that instant gratification, I feel like sometimes when it comes to that expectation we come in with through the door, it's not always a bad thing.
100%. 100%.
Because like I'm not gonna lie, in some situations your expectation is literally just the bare minimum of like human decency, and they don't even give you half of that walking in the door. So after a certain point, I just don't think it's even worth it trying out if they're not giving you the basic human respect that you're deserving of walking into a space. And they're already attacking you, coming at you, being rude towards you, even though you have literally done nothing but exist in their room for less than 10 minutes. Like,
agreed. I can 1,000% agree with that, Lamar. And so now, even thinking about that, right? So let's say all those things became your setback because you had the job was going great because you were like, yeah, I'm gonna make me some money, I'm about to save. Now you don't have the job no more, so now you can't save. So now, how do setbacks help us improve? I love Lamar's face.
I think I keep saying this, but I think it just lets you grow. Like it shows you how to just improve on whatever it is, like whatever you failed at or just like didn't do all the way as you expected it. And like I said, like you can only improve from there. So just, take like realize what you did was wrong and just how to fix it and just yeah.
I love that. I love that. Unc looked like he got something to say. Like he making the I got something to say face. Like
it's because I'm trying not to laugh. But look, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let Jenny go first.
see how he threw you under the bus, Jenny?
I
But it's
think.
okay.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. How do setbacks help us to improve?
I think it lets you focus on like the little things you have to work on, and if you like rush the process, like you won't see that,
Ooh,
or
my girl
like
said, don't
you'll make
rush.
more mistakes if you like rush it.
Yes, that is 1,000% true. Has that happened to y'all? Well, you tried to rush through a thing and then you made more mistakes than you made the first time around because you're like, I need to hurry up and do it, and I need to do it now. That's true. That's true, Jenny. Come on, Uncle Lamar.
Going on somewhere. Going on somewhere. Nah. And now the words are slipping off my tongue. Hold up. Repeat the question one more time so I can get it refreshed.
How do setbacks
Facts.
help us improve?
Okay, I found it. My fault. My brain was rebooting. I believe that setbacks just show you how bad you really want it. Because I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to setbacks getting you towards a goal, those setbacks aren't really setbacks, they're just tests to see how bad do you really want to reach that goal. It's testing you.
I
I
love
don't
that.
see it. I don't see it as a setback. I like to see it as it's really making me think how much do I really want to get here? And it's showing me what I actually have to go through to get here.
Let me get y'all gold bar. I hear y'all. Yes. I had to throw that gold bar in there. I love all of those responses. And for me, I feel like a setback, while disappointing in the moment, teaches us patience and teaches us resilience. Because again, oftentimes we want a thing, we want it fast, we want it now. But sometimes the setback rewires that, right? Maybe you're not ready for it right now. Maybe you need to access something else before you get to that end goal that you're trying to reach so fast. Maybe you was meant to help somebody else along the way that would have gotten left if you sped through it. I feel like our setbacks are reminders of why we're doing a thing. Because sometimes, somewhere along the way, we forget why we're doing what we're doing. And then it just becomes robotic motion, if you know what I mean. So like I know right now for y'all going to school is like robotic motion. Y'all like, but we have to be here, right? But it all leads to a bigger purpose and a bigger picture, right? You're gonna graduate. You're gonna have a high school diploma. What next? Some of you are gonna graduate with your AA. Some of you are gonna graduate with CTE credits. So you got access to go and do more things. So again, while things may feel like a setback, sometimes it's leading us to our purpose. And sometimes it's giving us time to be patient and ready for the reward at the end. That's what I believe. And no, I don't like setbacks either, y'all. I'm just saying. But sometimes we got to look at the other side.
It's literally whispering in your ear. Do you want it?
Ooh, that's do you want it?
That's
Ooh.
literally what a setback is asking you, do you want?
I'm gonna need it not to whisper in my ear though.
Oh no, because the setbacks be real subtle sometimes. So yes, they do be whispering in your ear.
No,
Because
I'm
you
gonna need
only
it to
feel
scream.
that. Oh no, it ain't always scream. It'll scream sometimes, but then it'll whisper.
Not the whisper. No, don't whisper sweet nothings to me. How do you guys? Don't laugh at me, Lamar. How can teenagers become more comfortable stepping outside of their comfort zone?
I think by just trying new things and like going for what they really want and not being scared of, how they be judged or like just what other people are gonna think of them or if they might fail, like just going for it no matter what.
I love it.
I agree. I think you just have to do it and like remember like why you started something.
Ooh, yes, for the remember why you started.
Like baby steps, kind of like get yourself out there more and more until you kind of get comfortable, then take another uncomfortable step. But like, don't just force yourself all the way out there completely, because that can backfire. But also, I'll say this, I also have to remind myself of this sometimes, but I'm gonna put this out there. You're gonna get judged anyway. Might as well.
There
Like
you go.
literally, judgment will happen regardless of what you do. It just depends on how mass the judgment is. You're going to be judged by a lot of people just based on how you look. The people are going to look at you and make an assumption about you that can be true and might not be true. Just do it.
Man, judge yourself first.
Thank you. Thank you. That's how I look at people.
If you judge yourself first, there's nothing they can say that's gonna make you feel any different, right? Like again, people will criticize any and everything. criticize yourself first, and then remember why you're doing what you're doing. So no matter what that worst critic sounds like in your mind, right? Find the thing to make a better critic out of that worst critic voice that you're hearing. Let the haters hate, because people always got something to say. But remember, you were brave enough to do a thing. While they still running their mouth, they didn't even do what you did.
They probably didn't even think about it.
There
And
you
yet
go.
you out here making a difference.
So let the critics be critics, and then ask them how they contributing. Just saying. I would even say, like, when thinking about how you guys can be more comfortable stepping outside of your comfort zone, don't do it alone. A lot of times I feel like there's a fear of doing a thing by yourself. Well, who says that you have to? Tap into your friends. Tap into a family member. Tap into a mentor. Bring somebody on the journey with you. And now you're not doing it alone. And then that helps with the judgment factor, that helps with the fear factor, and it helps with just feeling uncomfortable in a setting where now you can feel just a little bit more comfortable. It don't mean they got to be with you every time, but at least the first time, take someone with you. And then y'all can judge each other.
See, just get that one cousin.
Not the one cousin.
Because it's that one cousin that feel like your sibling. Just get that one cousin, and y'all gonna be fine because y'all probably gonna laugh about it afterwards.
Oh my gosh. So if you guys could tell a student that's listening to y'all today, if you could encourage them in their beginner phase of whatever they're beginning right now, what is the something that you would want them to remember in their beginning phase?
I would want them to remember that it's only going to get better from here. Like, even if you do experience setbacks or like mistakes or whatever, like, you just keep growing and you just keep improving no matter what. If you just keep on going and don't give up.
I think you just have to trust the process, and because even your mistakes and like setbacks are like meant to teach you something. So you just have to trust the process.
Mistakes are inevitable.
Let me give her diamond. Hold on. Lamar. I'm coming. Wait a minute. Where my diamond at? Okay, there we go. Did you say mistakes are inevitable?
Mistakes are inevitable. People gonna judge anyway, but they not gonna do nothing. So just do what you really think you want to do, and just do it without a care in the world. Because really, they care about what you doing, but they don't want to do it. So do it.
Well, that's kind of like that quote, like dance like nobody's watching, even if they all looking. Why? Because you finna have the time of your life while they over there sitting on the sidelines like, look at her.
Hallelujah. And guess what? You can look at them dead in the eye while doing it.
Look, now see, now you going to that uncomfortable feeling. Look, if they already feeling awkward, now you done made it even more awkward. I'm gonna do it while looking you in your eye.
No, because what they gonna do about it? You gonna judge? You was judging already.
Lamar say go and do it and look them in the eye. I love all of these reminders, things that you want your peers to remember, because I think these are all very important. I don't even got nothing to add to that, because I literally was gonna be like, trust the process. Look, Jenny was like, I got that. And I love this. I love it. And really just never give up. So even when you think you're at your worst, keep going. Don't give up. And like they said, like, I love Abby's, it's gonna get better. And Jenny said, trust that process. And I love Lamar. Lamar said they're gonna judge you anyway. So just do what it is you want to do. Dance like no one's watching Lamar.
I do that anyway because I know I'm gonna get judged regardless.
Let's go. We're waiting to see you dance. Go ahead. Dance like no one's watching Lamar.
I can't dance, and you know that. You're wrong.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I won't put you on the spot no more. I won't put you on the spot. I love this. Look, I love this topic today. You guys did such an amazing job with this topic. Look at y'all. That's right. Help your peers. Help your peers. So now comes my other favorite part, because before we wrap up today's conversation, I want to shine a light on some incredible young leaders who are making a real difference in our community. Y'all see their faces. They keep showing up on Tuesdays doing their thing. I'm so proud of them. But each quarter, our youth program ambassadors choose an issue that they're passionate about and develop projects that educate, advocate, and inspire change. And as we spend this month talking about new beginnings, our ambassadors want to remind you that no matter what you're facing, tomorrow can hold possibilities that you haven't even imagined. So now I'm going to pass the mic right on over to one of our amazing youth program ambassadors.
Hey, hi everyone. I'm Abby, a youth program ambassador with Steps Foundation. Throughout this month, we've been talking about embracing change, starting over, and learning to trust ourselves when life doesn't go according to plan. New beginnings can be exciting, but they can also come with uncertainty, pressure, disappointment, and emotions that aren't easy to talk about. Sometimes people carry things that no one else can see. Sometimes the person who seems okay is quietly struggling. That's why our youth program ambassadors are using our voices to raise awareness about suicide prevention and youth mental health. We want young people to know that checking in matters, listening matters, and asking for help matters. Creating spaces where people feel safe enough to say, I'm not okay matters. If someone in your life seems differently, check on them. Ask how they're doing and give them space to answer honestly. You don't have to have all the right words or know how to fix everything. Sometimes simply being present, listening, and helping someone connect to support can make an incredible difference. We have 2 upcoming opportunities for youth and families to learn, connect, and take action. On August 31st, we have Mindful Moments, the Wellness Blueprint, which is where students and parents are invited to our free virtual Mindful Moments workshop, which is presented by Retain Your Brain. The Wellness Blueprint is designed to help teens and families think more intentionally about their overall well-being. Participants will explore practical strategies for managing stress, developing healthy routines, practicing self-care, recognizing when it may be time to seek additional support, and discovering wellness resources that can help along the way. Then, in September, we're taking this conversation even further. On September 26th, we have Light the Way, which is a suicide prevention awareness fair. Join us from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Zenith Accelerated Learning Academy on 2218 East Earlo Bronson Memorial Highway in Kissimmee. Light the Way is our youth-led event, creating to break the stigma, build community, and empower ourselves and others. Teens and young adults will have opportunities to participate in mental health education activities, connect with local resources and support, build peer connections, and experience youth leadership in action. There will also be giveaways and snacks while supplies last. And we have something really important happening during the fair. From 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. while seats last, teens ages 14 and up can participate in our free youth QPR certification training. QPR teaches young people how to recognize warning signs, respond with confidence, and refer someone to help and resources. Participants who complete the training will receive a certification that lasts for 1 year. Space for QPR is limited to the first 30 youth, so when you register, make sure you select QPR training. You'll be notified if you're approved or placed on the wait list. This is more than an event. It's an opportunity to become part of the change. Learn how to support a friend, discover resources for yourself, and meet people who care about the same issues you do. Use your voice, build your confidence, and help us create a community where young people know that they don't have to struggle in silence. Register today at www.stepsfoundation.org/events. Bring a friend, bring your questions, bring your voice, and come ready to learn, talk, grow, and connect. Check in on your friends. Be kind, ask for help when you need it, and remember, one conversation, one connection, or one person choosing to care can make a difference. Together, we can light the way.
Let's go, YPA. Y'all better light the way. That's what I'm talking about. As we close today's conversation, I want to leave you with this. And that's remembering that every new beginning starts with the courage to take one step. So whether you're preparing for a new school year, beginning a new job, stepping into a new relationship, or simply becoming a new version of yourself, you don't have to have everything figured out before you begin. Growth happens one decision, one lesson, and one courageous step at a time. Every new beginning brings a choice. We can let uncertainty hold us back, or we can allow it to shape us into stronger, wiser, and more courageous versions of ourselves. Throughout this month, we've been reflecting on what it means to embrace change with confidence, learning to release the pressure of having everything figured out, finding hope after difficult seasons, discovering the courage to be a beginner, and trusting ourselves when life doesn't go according to plan. No matter where you are or where you find yourself today, your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Every challenge that you face, every lesson that you learn, and every step you take is preparing you for the person that you're becoming. So don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to try something new, and don't let fear convince you that it's too late to begin. Your story is still being written. Some of your greatest opportunities may be waiting just beyond the steps that you're afraid to take today. So keep believing in yourself, keep embracing that growth, and keep moving forward with courage, because every new beginning holds the possibility of an incredible future. So closing us out, I'm Abigail Ellis, and it's been an honor sharing this journey with you. Thank you all for being a part of Talk Tuesday tonight. And remember that the power of positivity is always within you. So until next time, stay strong, stay curious, stay true to yourself, stay inspired, stay empowered, and keep leading the way. We'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
Tuesday, let it out, let it breathe. Every voice got power, every story we believe.